Hello, everybody. My name is Mo Elias. I own a shop in New York City called Big Apple Art Gallery. Today, I'm going to be talking to Marcus and Gary from Hoffmann, USA, and they're going to give us an end-of-year preview and some equipment that people were asking about. So I want to say welcome to Gary. Gary, how's it going, man?
Hey, doing well, sir. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Hey, Marcus, how's it going? Marcus behind the camera.
Mark.
Yeah, hi.
All right, Gary, go ahead, take the lead.
Hey, well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for a good year in the framing industry. We had questions pop up over the past few months on a couple machines er, and accessories that would help you guys out. So we've worked with Denmark and come up with a couple. The first one is the MORSO. It's called the EH. It's a 120 volt machine. They've had the EHs out for years with a 230 volt, either single or three phase machine. And we now have one for the US market that's 120 volt. And that means you can just plug it right into the wall. You don't need any special wiring. You don't need an electrician to come out. It's out of the box, ready to go with the correct motor from the factory. It's got all the tried and true things that the Morso has. The same knives. It's got clamping. It's got support. And it's again the big thing we did with this is we have a number of people that have asked about maybe want to upgrade to a double miter saw, but they don't have three phase power or they don't have single phase power to 20 volt. So now we have the 120 volt machine out of the box. Take it out of the crate, plug it in. You're running this machine within a couple hours once you get it all cleaned up. I'm going to turn it on now, make just a couple cuts and show you how it works. Because a lot of you guys are still using the old foot pedal method, and this is a new way to look at it.
Now, Gary, can you show me what you did? Because
Oh,
I didn't
I can't
see your
hear you
foot
now.
move. Yeah, show me the buttons. So, Gary, I have the same exact machine.
Okay.
Um, so, you know, using the foot pedal and using this machine is a world of difference. On this one,
Mm-hmm.
you basically press two thumbs. Can you show me where the thumbs go?
Yep. Marks is coming around. You
That's
have
it. You
one
press.
one on the right and one on the left, so it keeps the
Hmm.
operator's hands clear of the blades the whole
Yeah.
time that it's cutting.
And if you
And I'm going to
Marcus, you
turn it
turn it
back on.
down,
I'm
there's
sorry.
no foot pedal because you don't do anything with your
No
feet.
foot
The
pedal.
machine does the work for you. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And the way it works, I'm gonna when I turn it on, I can't talk or hear you too well, but I'm just gonna show you this button. When you touch it by itself, it's gonna move the head back. This button will move the head in forward, but it will not cut until you have both buttons pressed. It's a safety feature. And now I've got it far away, so it's making a number of different cuts. Normally, you'd never have to go that far away. And you can see you've got the nice clean cut, no tear out, typical Morso.
Now, not only does it cut for you, it also moves the blades in a notch every time it makes the cut. So it's really just you hold your thumbs and you're in. Correct, Gary?
Yes. And
Yep.
you can adjust your length. You can adjust how far back it's going to go, how many cuts it's going to make.
Yep.
So if you're doing a real thin molding, you can do all that usually in one cut, maybe two, because we always like the second cut to just be just shave it off and it gives you a nice clean cut like we have here on this.
Yeah.
That's just nice and clean, no tear out. And again, the big feature of this is 120 volt. So that can go into any shop and go with it from there.
That's pretty cool. What else
Now
you
the
got, Gary?
I'm sorry.
What else you got?
Okay, the other thing, it's been a lot on your pages here,
Hmm.
is we now have a digital readout you can put on any Morso you have. If you guys have an old Morso, you can see we now have the digital readout. And like I say, I'm wearing glasses now. I think a lot of us are getting a little bit older. You may not have the skill to read a tape measure. We're seeing that a lot with some new hires at places,
Hmm.
but they can match up and read. If it's 25 and a quarter, they can move this down for 25 and a quarter and not have to measure or not have to read a tape measure. We can put this on any existing MORSO out there. It bolts right up to the same hole pattern. There's no retrofitting, no drilling, no anything. All you do is take your existing fence off. This one goes on. This has been really a hot thing recently.
Now, does this take into consideration the thickness, the width of the molding?
Yep, we have the same setup. So when they're used to their offset,
Yeah.
we can do the same thing just like they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
You can simply move this down, move it back and forth. So they're not having to relearn anything.
Yeah.
They're just now having digital readout.
I see. That's pretty cool. And so what do you sell? Can you, for my machine, can you just sell me the readout, or what else do I got to buy?
Well, you're going to purchase the fence system because there's a magnetic tape strip in here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we read the measurements off of.
I see. I see.
And you can get them the digital length stop package, and it comes with a fence, with a readout. You're looking at 1988, 1,988.
I see.
And we can go a little longer if you want to.
Yeah.
We can do a 19-inch extension on it for $275 more.
I see. I see. Okay, that's pretty good.
But those are kind of the things. Marcus, I'm going to get these out and just show everybody before we went to the show, because these have been two hot topics I've talked to a lot of people about recently, and we want to show everybody that we're trying to do something for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, guys. I got a dry throat. You get a drink of water.
You okay, Gary?
Uh-huh. Now I'm going to jump over to the other phone if you want to see it.
Sure.
Mo, you told us to let you know.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. What we've got here over the past year for you guys,
Yep.
we've come out with the small keys, the W0s. Those have been very popular for the tall, thin moldings or glide moldings. Are you in it?
Yep. Yep. I'm in. I can see.
And then we've all keys. And you see we put multiple keys in, the small keys, and we get a nice, tight, clean joint.
Mm-hmm.
We've showed this a few times over the year.
Yep.
We still are having a lot of people in your industry doing the splines and cutting right through the Hoffmann key. I think, Mo, you do quite a few of these too, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't clamp and wait until the glue dries. I put in my Hoffmann, immediately take it to the table saw and put my spline.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I got
So
a question for you from Chris Tuning. You have
Okay.
a minute to take a question?
Of course.
Chris says, is the fully electric system something I can purchase for an existing MORSO?
It is not. Those are factory made. It's not a retrofit kit because we wanted to have those, and then that way it's done at the factory, it's done right, and they send it out ready to go. We can't retrofit an old machine.
Oh, so he's asking if a foot pedal machine could be converted into electric. Is that what he's asking?
Yeah, that's not possible. Yeah, we can't do that at all.
I understand. Okay.
We can't do that.
Okay. All right. What else you got, Gary?
Okay. And I just wanted to go over a couple of quick accessories that you guys in your industry have used a lot this year. The synchro fence, that lets you get in and do different angles, like flag display cases. So you're not fixed to a 45. You can get in and do any angle you want to do. This has been a well-received accessory. It's a digital setup gauge that lets you guys change quickly from bit size to bit size. You got a W0, W1, W2, W3. It comes with a little instruction sheet that shows you guys exactly which dimension it is for each key and each key size.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also been, it's a $30 accessory, and people that have older machines are doing this if they're changing their bits any amount. This does really well. It makes it very quick and easy. It should take a bit down to changing it in about 10 to 15 minutes easily.
Nice. Gary, I got a
And once
question.
you've done it a few times, go ahead.
Okay. Any luck building a sled for Hoffman so that adjustments can be made and changes over the bit can happen more efficiently?
Well, yeah, we have the fine adjustment on the on the MU3 series. That's the newer versions, and that'll let you dial the bit right in. If they have an older machine, the MU2 series or older X series, that's where this comes in and really helps out as well.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. One other feature on the MU3 series that a lot of you guys are using are the table extensions. It's a heavy aluminum table extension, bolts right onto any of the MU3 machines, gives you support for those longer frames. So when you're looking at this, a lot of people will go with the table extensions, the Synchro, and this one has been our probably largest seller. It's a standard 45-degree center fence that's got a height addition on it. And this lets you get in and do those cap rails, the tall, thin floats, and it allows you to really have good support through the entire cycle of the router. So it doesn't want to lean one way or the other. And this probably goes with, I bet, 80% of the machines going to the picture frame industry. So those are a few of the accessories that we see folks going with.
Yeah,
and then, like I say, we still have the good old Hoffmann keys of all different sizes.
Yep.
Because you always want to go as deep into the frame as you can. We've done this on previous videos explaining how the Hoffmann system works. But you want to go as deep into the material as you can. That's going to give you that hole through that entire joint.
Hey, Gary, what's the deal with the colored ones?
The colored ones, we don't see those used in picture frames. We offer them if the key is going to be exposed.
Yeah.
But most of the time, with you guys, you're covering it up anyway, so it's not used in your industry very often.
I see. Okay.
We see that in like cabinet doors and furniture and things where it's the exposed joint on the back.
I see.
But like I say, just the big thing the Hoffmann system itself, you can get in and do a frame from this size to this large, heavy, ornate frame on the same machine with just a change of a bit.
Gary, I have a question, personal question. This extension arm, does it only work on the M3 or would it work on the M2 also?
No, it only goes on the MU3 series because of the design of the machine.
Oh, okay. Do you have an upgrade? Do you have an upgrade system? A trade-in upgrade system?
Hey, those machines, if somebody wants to sell when those things sell so quick and then they can buy a brand new MU3 and if they get it before the show, we'll train them up at the show. So,
all right, Gary, what else do you have? Anything else?
Well, just a big thing. Just again, want to thank everybody. We're going to be doing on the machines for the show and before the show for you guys. What we do is 5% off the price of the machines, 5% off, 10% off any accessories. And then we have what we do right now with the freight the way it is. We figure out we'll get you guys an exact freight quote, get it to you as cheap as we can. But we're telling a lot of people to go ahead and get it now. That way you guys can work with it a little bit, get a few questions, come to the show, spend some time at the booth. We can quickly show you if somebody has a problem with a bit change or someone has a problem with the molding not working correctly, we can show them, and it's a good opportunity to shake hands and kind of go over everything. But we have the most luck with folks buying the machines prior to the show and then being ready when they get there.
So what you're saying is they can get the sale price today if they wanted to?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Marcus said we can go ahead and do the 5% off the machines and 10% off any accessories to time of purchase. So, like if you guys want to buy a machine and tall center fence, you're 5% off the MU machine, 10% off the fence. Any keys you buy, it's 10% off at the same time.
Oh, wait. I'm going to put this on the screen. 5% off machines, 10% off accessories.
Yep.
And keys.
Yep. And these are another thing. Marcus brought this in.
Yep.
Picture framers like these, because you guys don't do the same thing day in and day out. You're going to have a lot of one-off. So this gets in unless you get a sample pack. Instead of buying a 1,000-piece package, you can come in and get a sample of all the different size W1s, all the different size W2s, or all the different size W3s. And you can go in and test it and say, okay, out of all these different sizes, I'm going to settle on 4. And then you can come in and buy a box of 1,000 once you figure out the most common ones you're going to use.
Yeah. And 1,000 really goes a long way, right? 1,000 is 250 frames.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting into the floats or caps where they're putting a long key on the deep part and then a short key in the center, then you can go 2 or 3 keys. But again, the strength of the joint's amazing.
Yeah. Hey, I have a comment from Chris. This is actually a good point. He says, now is a good time to make a tax deduction for your business in 2023. Right. Make some purchases equipment, right? That's an immediate tax write-off.
It is. That's exactly right.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're here. Like say, if they want to do something, we're here today and tomorrow. And if they say, hey, we don't want to ship because we may not be until the end of next week or something, we can hold it as long as it's processed. Yep.
Yeah. So
that's what Marcus would say. We can charge the card and get it in this year.
I agree. I like that.
Yep. But I think that kind of wraps it up for us. And like I say, just wanted to steal a few minutes of your time this afternoon.
That sounds good. And we'll see you in about what, 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be there.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And Gary and Marcus, thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.